Shoo! Welcome back to the channel, folks. On this very special day, we're going to be working on some backyard projects today. Let me give you a rundown on it. First thing we're going to be doing today is building a backyard pond. Now, pay no attention to that snow. We're actually going to be gathering that up and we're going to melt it and we're going to put it in the pond when we're done. So, no worries. And then, you got to have somewhere for the backyard animals. So we'll do a backyard barn, I'm sure. I'm sure my HOA will appreciate it. And, I don't know, I'm thinking about a backyard movie theater, a backyard MMA ring, a backyard recycling facility, a backyard obstacle course, a backyard rodeo rink. I haven't decided. It's, we only have so much time in a day. So, why are you here, though? I'm sure you're not here for that. I'm guessing you're here because you heard that my mail lady came today and she brought me something. This is the January 2021 Mystery Tackle Box Elite. I'm betting there's some Googan squad baits in there, don't you think? Well, stay tuned and we're going to find out in just 1 second. Welcome back to No Redemption Outdoors, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming by today. Here we are in the bait cave for yet another box opening. And as promised, this one is going to be the Mystery Tackle Box Elite for January 2021. Before we get into that, though, first things first, I'm going to draw your attention to the link above. That is our 3-minute grab bag giveaway. We do this every Saturday morning. So for those of you who are new to the channel, make sure you check that link because every Saturday I give away a bait. We have a giant duffel bag filled with baits that I've accumulated. I reach in, grab one, and then we give it away. This week's featured bait is the Bass Hick Big Anthony 2.5. And like I said, if you want to win this, then get over to that link, follow the rules, like subscribe and comment, then come back Saturday morning and find out if you won. It's just that easy. All right, well, with that, we're going to go ahead and get into this mystery tackle box. And I'm going to give you the first look here. All right. First thing up is the obligatory sticker, and I always like my stickers. Tank crossing. That's pretty cool. Hopefully you can see that. All right. And then, of course, the what's in the box card. And we'll be following that in just a moment. Of course, there is the Dibble, tips and tricks. Just kind of a cool little pamphlet. Very useful. All right. Then we have a card that tells us how to fish. There's a jig in here. There's a new, I think, Catchco jig that we're going to be seeing here, and it tells you how to fish it. So that's, I like that they include these cards. It's very helpful. All right. Okay, first things first. I have some notes here, so bear with me as I follow my notes. The first thing up is the Lucky John Flat Crank. So that's this item here, the Flat Crank 60 DRF. This is a flat-sided crank. Color on this is, what is the color on this? Well, they don't list the actual color. And as you know, on No Redemption Outdoors, by default, that means green pumpkin. That is the most unusual green pumpkin I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and get it out. This is a Mystery Tackle Box exclusive. Nice looking bait. I like the, all kidding aside, I like the color. It's kind of a craw, I would say. Got the split ring. What can I tell you about this? Got a real tight wobble. That's because it's a flat-sided crank. And so when you're trying to, sort of elicit a reaction strike from lazy fish, then oftentimes a flat-sided crank can be just the ticket. You know, when the conditions are hard, cold, maybe highly pressured, whatever the case may be, sometimes a flat-sided crank is the way to go. Now this one, this Lucky John flat crank goes for $9.99. All right. Next item, I knew it, the Googan Squad Banger. Now these Googan Squad banks, these Googan Squad baits are quite high quality, I would say. They're premium, on par with 6 cents for sure. And I know that's a controversial statement, but in truth, I mean, they are of that caliber. Go ahead and get this one out. This one is Sexy Shad is the color. Now, by contrast to a flat-sided crank, these Googan baits, and this one in particular, I understand, has a real wide wobble by comparison to other square bills. So again, that's meant to elicit a reaction strike. Very sharp hooks. Mustad triple grip hooks, to be precise. All right, you fish this like you would any square bill. Also, I want to point out that in this case, it has an oval oval split ring, and I understand that's a great advantage over a normal split ring. I couldn't tell you exactly why, but I think it's kind of a cool idea. So that's the Googan Squad Banger, and that goes for $7.99. All right. All right. The next item in the box is the Kalin's Rattlin' Google Eye Swing Football Jig. This is 9/16 ounce. Color on this is green pumpkin, of course. Now, I had this open earlier, and let's go ahead and get one out. It was a challenge to get into this box, let me just tell you. All right. Now, I want to draw your attention. They have what they claim is a proprietary glass, what they call glass rattle system. Now, if you look at the eye here, it's clearly a glass, round, kind of a bead eye. You can see it protruding out there, hopefully. Let me see if I can get you a good view of it. And let me turn on a light. Once again, I've forgotten to turn on my light. There. You see the glass beaded eyes, but inside there are actually glass beads that give it a very distinct rattle. I'm sure this microphone is not going to pick it up, but maybe you can hear it. It's a ting, 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 ting. And that's what's unique to glass beads, glass rattle. So you'd fish this like you would any football head jig along rocky or gravel bottom, or, you know, anytime there's some structure that it can bounce off of. So this is the Kalin's Football Head Jig, $7.69 for a 2-pack. All right. Next item is the BD Boy Ducket Flashpoint Jerkbait. All right. This is 0.375 ounces. Dives 2 to 4 feet. Color on this is chartreuse blue. Let's get it out. Now this is great for suspending fish, oh boy, and clear water, cold water. Anytime you're trying to elicit lazy fish to react. What's interesting about this is I saw where the manufacturer actually designed this specifically to be used on windy, deep water points with rock or shallow riprap. So what an interesting, very specific design for this. When I look at this, I see this as being very effective in most any condition where you would use a jerkbait. And it's a nice looking bait, very sharp hooks. So this is the BD Flashpoint Jerkbait going for $7.99. All right. Alright, flip the page. Next. 10,000 Fishing Sukoshi Bug. Now, I have seen a number of videos with these, and I've been very eager to get some, but you know, to this point, this is the first time I've gotten any. I did learn about 10,000 Fishing. It was originally started with the express idea of emulating JDM baits, you know, the Japanese domestic market baits. And so a lot of times when you look at some of their stuff, you can see those influences. Clearly, this is one of those. It very clearly has that distinctive JDM look. Let's go ahead and get one out. These things are killer. I've seen some of your tank videos on this. It's awesome. The color on this is blue Craw, by the way. Now, this has what they call Stretch X, is the plastic. It's something similar to the Elastec that Z-Man uses. And so in much the same way, you can't store this with any other kind of plastics. You got to kind of keep it in its own container. But it's very, you know, as you can see, it's very pliable. This will be killer on a Ned rig. I would not hesitate to put this on a little finesse jig, maybe a skirted jig. And we'll get to one here in the box in just a minute. I think this would be perfect with it. This thing is really cool. There's no smell to it, but has, you know, it's highly buoyant, and these little appendages move in the current, so it's awesome. And so this is the 10,000 Fishing Sukoshi Bug, going for $5.29. All right. Set this aside. Next item up is the Savage Gear 4D Craw. Now, I have a number of Savage Gear baits. I got this line through trout here. I have a smaller version of that I got in one of the boxes. I have the Savage Gear Duck. Who doesn't? So I like the Savage Gear baits, but this is interesting. The 4D Craw is a 3-inch scented. Let's see what I can tell you about it. It's very, very highly detailed and realistic looking, and indeed, when you get a look at it, you'll see why they say that. Let's see if I can get it open. All right. Good heavens. Savage Gear. Okay. Let's get one out here. Very, very realistic looking. In fact, I had a blue crayfish in my tank. Called him my boy Blue. He's passed on now, but I'll insert a picture here of him. But this looks very much like him. This thing is very realistic, and again, I've seen it in tank videos that you guys have done. This thing is awesome looking on a mushroom head jig or as a trailer on a small skirted jig. You can Nico this, you can Texas rig it, anything, any number of ways that this can be. It's very versatile, very realistic looking. All right, so, and it's scented. I don't know what you call that scent. It's not entirely unpleasant. That's the Savage Gear 4D Craw. I have a history with smelling soft plastic. The Savage Gear 4D Craw goes for $5.99. All right. Next up, there's a lot of baits in here, guys. The Lucky John 3D Makora Shad Tail. This is, what color is this? Now, this is another JDM. I don't see the color on here, but I was going to say it's Sexy Shad or something similar to that. Who knows? I don't know. Green pumpkin. You know how it is. Nice looking. I like the look of it. I don't know what you call this color, guys. Maybe you can help me out. But nice looking, nice detail, and great flexibility in the tail there. That'll have some good action. This is they recommend using this in clean water, cold. Obviously, again, this is a finesse bait meant to entice lazy bass. It's just well effective with suspended bass who are ambushing, schooling bait fish that are passing by, so this can be very effectively used in that way. Submerged cover. Anywhere, again, where the bass might be hiding, waiting for their, easy meal to swim by. That's the best way to use this. Again, I could see this on Ned Head, Nico, number of different ways. Very versatile. Nice looking bait. So this is the the Lucky John 3D Makora shad tail going for $2.99. I got quite a little mess going here. All right. Next up, we have the tightrope. What do we call this? The tightrope super jig. Green pumpkin blue. Boy, I don't see a lot that tells you much about it on here. Green pumpkin blue. What's the weight on this? Quarter ounce. Sorry, it's right in front of my face there. Quarter ounce. Let's get this out. Now, this is the one I had in mind to use with that Sukoshi Bug. I think this thing would be awesome with that. Look at this. Look how that flares out. Look how cool that is. I don't know if you can see that there. Hopefully you can. That thing's going to have some awesome presentation. And then, like I said, you put the right trailer on there. Killer. All right, what can I tell you about this? This was designed by Urban Anglers for smallmouth bass. Interesting. Clear water, rocks. It's got a very small, compact, targeted presentation. It's meant that it's a great punching jig. You can use it anywhere where, conditions are real tight and you need to get in there for fish that are kind of hiding. All right. All right, so that is the tightrope super jig, $5.99. And that is a Catchco bait. All right, Netbait Paca Slim. Whoa, almost lost her. The Netbait Paca Slim, let's get one out. This is 3.5 inch. Sungill is the color. It's got a compact profile, smaller claws so that, again, it can be presented in a finesse situation. Great for punching, football head jig. I am given to understand that this is solid body plastic, and again, I'm not sure what in particular is the significance of that. But it is a nice looking bait. Again, it will look great on that little jig. Let's get that jig out here. We'll put it next to it. Where did I lose it to? Here we go. Look at that. Match made in heaven, guys. Look at that. Absolutely. Without hesitation. So I like that. All right, so that's the Netbait Paca Slim, $4.29. And that is I think I said a 9-pack. And then last is some Spearpoint hooks, 2-pack. Size is 3/0. Now, some of you may be familiar with these hooks. They've been giving these out a lot lately. This has what they call the V-grip design, which is supposed to catch the lip of the fish better and prevent them throwing the hook. I've not had a chance to use these, and like I say, I've gotten a number of packages. I will offer up one complaint to Mystery Tackle Box, and this is I guess a familiar refrain, but sample pack. Whenever I looked this up, all I could find was 6-packs. So I literally had to figure out the per hook cost so that I could validate the price. That's because this is a demo pack. I really, really wish they would give full packs of hooks, just like with the soft plastics, guys. So if you're listening, just a word of advice, unsolicited advice from a customer. All right. So this is a Spearpoint hook 2-pack, $1.80. All right. So, like we always do, it is now time for our value analysis. And so I have a summary here, which I will go ahead and bring you along with me. The total value in the box, based on the collective, validation that I did for each bait, the collective value of those baits is $60.01. The box costs $39.99. That means that the added value here is $20.02. That's pretty strong. That resulted in a 50% return on investment. So not bad. Pretty good. And there were 10 items in the box. So all in all, I would say it was a good month for Mystery Tackle Box Elite. They mean to compete. They are not going to go down easy. So we win as the consumers. I'm always welcoming when companies are competing for your business. So it looks like the competition is raging again in January. All right, guys, what do you think? Drop a comment down below. What did you think of this box? And what in particular in this box did you like? What's your favorite bait in here? Tell me what your thoughts are. And I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to invite you to stop by on Instagram and say hi. Say hello on Facebook. If you like what we're doing, drop down below and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and of course, smash that like button, because after all, what did he do to you? But, I really appreciate all your support. I'm going to go ahead and get the train in the train station. So until we meet again, guys, take care.
It's just a